Hi, this is Brian Campbell at the NASA Wildlife Flight Facility and the lead for the Trees Around the Globe Student Research Campaign. So what I'm going to show you here, this is a quick tutorial and it's the introductory tutorial, so we'll have more to come in the future. But this is just to show you, since the ICESat data is live, where you can look at your data on the GLOBE program and the ICESat data on a website called OpenAltimetry. First of all, I want to show you the ICESat data was released on the 28th of May of 2019, and all that data is housed through the, right here, the National Snow and Ice Data Center, and it's just nsidc.org. So I wanted to let you know that's where all the data is being stored for ICESat. A couple things I want to tell you about the ICESat data before we begin is that a few caveats. The ICESat data is new. It was just released to the public, but the ICESat data has what's called a data latency. The data latency is 45 days. What that means is that the data basically, from when the data is taken by the satellite, there's about a 45-day processing time until that data becomes available for researchers, students, teachers, in the scientific community. So that's just the nature of the beast when it comes to looking at the data. So we're going to go to two different websites here. First, we're going to go to GLOBE. So if you're in Google, just type in www.globe.gov. That'll take you to the GLOBE website, and we're going to start there first. So once we're on the GLOBE website, we're going to go under GLOBE data, and we're going to go to visualize data. And we want to enter the visualization system by clicking on this blue button. This will bring you to the map, and if we go up here to the left under the little picture, the globe picture, it's called layers, protocol layers. We're going to go down to biosphere, click on that, biometry tree heights, and then tree height, and then you're going to hit submit. And when you do that, all the tree height icons will pop up of where tree height measurements were taken. So first, what we're going to do, though, is we're going to go up to this little button that has three dots on it. That is what's called the base map, basically what you see in front of you. I'm going to change it to satellite because it'll be easier to use with the OpenAltimetry site. Here we have satellite map. We're going to just zoom in. I'm just going to zoom in, just double-clicking on the map, and this will zoom us into closer into the map. So what we're going to do is we're going to go in here to Oregon, okay? And let's go right here. Looks like a lot of measurements were taken right in here. So we're going to go in as far as we can. All right, and this is on the GLOBE website, the visualization system. All right, actually we're going to zoom out just a little bit. It's a little close. Well, now let's go a little further. Why not? You can see tree height measurements were taken. There's a bunch of trees right there. All right. Let's hold it there for a second. We're going to flip over to another Google page that you should have opened up. And what you want to do is type in OpenAltimetry. Oops, sorry, altimetry.org. Okay. And then click enter. That'll take you to the OpenAltimetry page where the ICESat data is currently being visualized. So let's click on the red button that says Browse ICESat data. And what you're going to see here is you're going to see a global map come up with all these squiggly green lines. What those are the ICESat tracks. And also what we're going to do here is we're going to zoom in to Oregon, just like we did on the GLOBE visualization system. So once you zoom in further, what you're going to see is, though, you're going to see lots of red pop up, okay? These red lines are the ICESat paths. What we're looking for are the green ones, okay? We're looking for the green ones. So let's zoom into just about where we were before, and this takes a little bit to do here. We're going to go in here and to figure out exactly where we are here. Let's zoom out here a little bit so we can get as close as possible. Actually, let's go down here towards this little island. I believe there were some tree measurements taken down here. And we're going to go right in towards that island. Then we're going to go back to the OpenAltimetry page. Then we're going to, let's find that island. Sorry this takes a little while to do, but we're hoping that the folks at OpenAltimetry, they will be able to, you'll be able to go in there and locate, you know, specifically a latitude, longitude when you go in here. So let's go in here to this again. Let's go in here and let's make sure that we have the right spot. And it's kind of fun to play with while you're in here. All right, so let's go find that one again. Sorry, this is taking a little while. Yeah, I might have zoomed a little too far just to make sure where we are. All right, OpenAltimetry, let's go back a little bit. I'm showing you this because this is kind of a tricky thing to get into, okay? All right, so let's go down here. There we go. There it is. Yeah, that's what you might have to do when you get into this, because it's really tricky to do until we're able to add a, you know, a latitude, longitude in here. All right, so we are at about the same location. Let's just go right here. Let's go to those tree measurements. Let's center it in there. Let's go in here and center it as well. Now, the tricky part here, again, is to find a ICESat track that came over the area you're looking for of your location where you took tree height measurements. So we're going to go through November. We're just going to hit a couple buttons in November. Let's see if there's one here, 23rd, 24th, 25th. Oh, there's one that popped up. You can see all these pink and bluish dots here. Hit close to that area, all right? So here we have a lot of these pink and blue dots. So we're gonna zoom in as far as close as we can. That looks like that's as close as we can get right now with OpenAltimetry. And let's go back to the globe data. And it looks like it's a little south of that island here. So let's see, we got some here. All right, here's one. Here's a couple tree measurements in here. So let's zoom in there further. So first what we're gonna do is let's click on that icon. Looks like it's in a nice grouping of trees here. And that is taken by the College of Earth, Ocean, and Atmospheric Sciences. And I believe that is Peter Nelson at Oregon State University who took these measurements. So he has a couple tabs up here. And the first one is measurement. And it shows you exactly what the tree height was, 17.52 meters at an elevation of 926.9 meters. We have data counts. It looks like we have one measurement at that time. Info for different school sites. This is the site info. So this tells you at this site, you know, what the latitude, longitude is, and if there are any photos involved here. There happen to be no photos here. That's fine. So let's go back to the measurement tab. All right. So let's stay right here, and then we're going to go to the OpenAltimetry page. And as you can see, it looks like there's a little parking lot down here, okay, just north of that parking lot. So let's find that parking lot here. All right, there it is right here. So now what you can do is this little box that says select a region. Click on that, and then you'll be able to, you'll see a little plus cursor on the map. So what you do is you hold it down, and then you pull it out, and you can choose the same area where you took the tree height measurements. So let's do that. When you let go of that, what happens is a groovy map pops up. This shows you the elevation along the track. So this is a way that you can then look at this data and compare. So I'm going to show you if I happen to click on one of these photons, okay? It's like the closest one here, it's right above the parking lot. So this one's right above the parking lot, so we'll click on that photon right there, and it'll show you where the latitude of that photon was, longitude of that photon, and some other information. And if I click on View Photon Data, we get this great graphic here that shows you exactly, you know, everything about this, this photon data for this segment. So that's a little complicated right there for what we want. So we'll go ahead and exit out of that one. But what I wanted to show you here, and I should mention that as time goes on, we will have a lot more data for you to find, you know, and compare to your tree height measurements. Simply because the data out there right now is only from September 15th of 2018 to December 31st of 2018. Once this goes on, you know, even in the fall and in the winter of 2019, we're going to have a lot more ICESat 2 tracks that you're going to be able to see this photon data from. This introductory tutorial was just to show you the two different websites that you can look at to look at your data. The Globe Visualization Tool, and then the OpenAltimetry site. And just play around with this, explore it. If you have any questions, my email is brian, B-R-I-A-N, .a.campbell, C-A-M-P-B-E-L-L, at nasa.gov. And if you have any recommendations or anything, I've sent a couple recommendations to the folks at OpenAltimetry about being able to basically send your geolocation, type it into the site, and then it'll show you when the ICESat 2 tracks are close by. I don't know. I haven't got an answer for that yet, but hopefully in subsequent tutorials, we'll be able to figure that out. So I hope this helped out a little bit. Explore, you know, check out your area, see if ICESat 2 flew by your area in the data that's available currently, and then you know, possibly do some comparisons. It might be tricky to get an individual tree, but you can get close to that area and look at that. So, and as I mentioned, we'll be able to see more trees, more tree height data in the near future. And I should mention on here on the map, this doesn't discern, you know, what the elevation is, if it's showing a tree, if it's showing a building. Okay, you just have to get as close as possible to this, and hopefully, you know, at some point when we have more data, you'll be able to get it on individual or even clusters of trees. So that's it for now, and talk to you soon. Today is June 5th, 2019. Bye-bye.